I was a senior student attending evening classes at the National Economics University. That night, I got out late, almost 11 p.m. A light rain drizzled down, and the streets were so empty it felt unsettling. I ran to the bus stop. There was only one last bus left, Route 32, the one that passed by my boarding house. The bus pulled up. The doors hissed open. Inside, the lights were dim and flickering. Only a few passengers sat scattered around. The driver was a middle-aged man wearing a mask. He didn't say a word. I stepped on, took a ticket, and sat near the middle of the bus. The time was 10:57 p.m. The bus started moving. The engine hummed steadily while rain tapped against the windows. For some reason, it felt unusually slow that night. I looked around. Everyone was completely silent. Heads lowered. No one talking. No one using their phones. Even the lights above kept flickering, bright, then dark, making it feel less like a bus and more like some old, forgotten room. Something felt off, but I brushed it aside, thinking everyone was just tired. Near my hospital, a woman got on. She wore a light gray raincoat, head bowed low, long hair dripping wet. I couldn't see her face. What was strange was she didn't take a ticket. She didn't say anything. She simply walked down the aisle and sat on the very last row. The moment she sat down, the temperature dropped sharply. I could see my breath fog up in the air. I glanced back. She was still sitting there, head lowered, bony hands clutching an old cloth bag. A female student nearby frowned and whispered, "Sir, why is it so cold?" The driver replied in a hoarse voice, "The windows are closed. Must be a draft from the back." The bus kept going. I leaned my head against the window, trying to rest, but I couldn't sleep. When I opened my eyes again, the female student was gone. So was the man sitting behind me. Empty seats. The bus hadn't stopped. A chill crawled up my spine. I looked back at the woman in gray. She was still there, same posture, but somehow closer than before. The distance between the seats felt shorter, as if she were slowly moving toward me. Panic set in. I decided to get off at the next stop, but when the bus passed it, it didn't stop. I rushed forward. "Sir, did we just pass a stop?" The driver looked at me through the rear-view mirror. His eyes were dull. "Empty. This bus doesn't pick up, and doesn't drop off passengers midway." His voice was ice cold. I stepped back, heart pounding. In the mirror, I saw the woman in gray stand up. She began walking forward, each step slow and deliberate. Slap, scrape, slap, scrape. I backed toward the front door, gripping the handrail, too afraid to look behind me. The door was sealed shut. No emergency button. The footsteps drew closer. Then, a freezing hand landed on my shoulder. I spun around. No one was there, but the window beside me fogged up and shaky letters appeared, as if written by an invisible finger. "You got off too late." Suddenly, the bus slammed on the brakes. I was thrown forward. When I managed to stand again, I was alone. No driver, no passengers, no streetlights outside, just darkness. And after that, I blacked out. The next morning, I woke up. It was daylight. I was lying in the bus terminal, in an empty yard with no one around. The bus was gone. I thought it must have been a dream, but in my hand, I was still gripping the bus ticket, printed clearly on it. Route 32, last trip, 10:57 p.m., September 17th, 2018. The terrifying part? Last night was September 17th, 2025, not 2018. Panicked, I went to ask security guard if there had been a late Route 32 bus. He froze for a moment, then spoke in a low, raspy voice. "Route 32? That route stopped operating back in 2018, after that accident, when the bus fell off the bridge into the river. And since that day, no one has ever seen that bus again. But every night, at exactly 10:57 p.m., I still hear the sound of brakes at the end of the road."